to another episode of the Bridge Now. I feel like busting loose. Give me the bridge now. I feel like busting loose now. It's only because in boxing, one punch can change it, no matter who you are, no matter how good you are.
I love her because she from the hood though. From the hood though. She like really from the hood.
Make you feel fine. Talking about busting loose.
That's not saying Nate will never live that down. No, he won't. But it's not about it's about how he gets up.
They doing that. They doing that Wakanda scene when they was just like,
It's about your heart because you can get knocked down so many times and people can make fun of you, but it's about their resilience.
What's up, yo?
everybody, how y'all doing?
Who it is? You know who it is? I got a hat on because I ain't get my hair cut yet. I ain't get no cut. I gotta get my cut.
Man, I didn't get no cut either, but I got a couple marks on my face, man, and everybody been wondering what's going on. Everybody been calling me.
What in the hell happened to you?
Man, if I give you the real story, man, it may be a little too violent, man, but I'll just tell you that I fell off my bike, man.
Oh, damn. I thought you was in a battle, a fight, a whole joint going on.
Oh, man, everybody was hitting me up, man. Ask me, if I'm okay. I got people hitting me up, my sponsors hitting me up, corporations hitting me up, gang hitting me up like, bruh, what's up? I got that. What you need? I'm like, hey, man, we good? So, I'm good. I appreciate everybody checking up on me. I hit the pavement, man. I hit it hard, and it was one of those things. You batter the ground, it's gonna win 100% of the time. So,
was you on a Huffy and do proper wheelies?
On the electric bike, man. On the electric bike and
electric bike too, man. Come on, Prince.
Hey, man. Hey, I was with my daughters, man. And somebody had swerved. I mean, one of them had swerved in front of me, and I didn't want her to be. I had to stop her from hitting the ground. So I just took the fall, man. Got a couple scars on my hand. It tore me my hand up, man. My face and a couple other things, my shoulder and stuff. But we good. But somebody did bump into my daughter as if they was just oblivious to all the space that they had in the world. It was just walking. And I was just like, you need to say excuse me before, I knocked you out. So
people are habitual line steppers now.
Hey, man, that's it, man. People are habitual line steppers today, man. We can't have that, man. Want to welcome everybody to Ringside this Thursday. How y'all doing? Hope everyone is doing well and everything is going well in your life. We are here, Ringside with Ray and Prince, man. Ray, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Good. Sports has been good this week.
Man,
got some basketball with Bron and the Warriors going back and forth, the Knicks and Miami going back and forth, boxing heating up. Man, we in a good space right now.
Man, we in a really good space right now, man. Like everything is on edge. I don't know why, but it seems like this NBA Finals is heating up, man. Everybody's at 3-2. Everybody's at 3-2. You got the Philly and who and the Celtics. You got Denver and the Suns, the Lakers and Golden State.
Miami and the Knicks.
Miami and the Knicks. Everybody's at 3-2. So who's going? Is somebody going to? Is the winning team going to take home Game 6, or are they going to take it to Game 7? It's going to be a tough one, man. I can't wait to see it, man. So, today our topics, man, we're going to talk about John Jones. He's talking about retiring. Is he going to retire or not? We can talk about all these UFC fighters that had these fights last week and what's going to happen this week, man. Boxing. Oh, we got a lot of stuff that's happening.
The Charlo brothers. Charlo's talking about Canelo. He's like, man, this B can't beat me.
He said this B can't beat me after the last fight he had.
Ooh, okay.
H-Town, baby, that's that SWAT. I'm from that Southwest A-League, Texas. And so here I'm representing him from the Charlo brothers, man. So I think that'll be a really good fight. I'm looking forward to something like that happening. He feels like he is the greatest. He was on I Am an Athlete with Brandon Marshall and Deshaun Jackson, and they were talking about he was talking about how he wanted to go against the greatest. And so I think that'll be a really good fight. So I'm looking forward to something like that. What about you?
I'm happy about that. I'm happy about the boxers starting to want to fight each other. I got somebody sent me something about Sugar Shane Mosley was on there saying Sugar Shakur Stevenson coming up next to be the next Sugar. And, you had Devin Haney was on All the Smoke. He was talking about he want to fight everybody. All these cats talking about they want to fight each other now.
No,
so,
I know.
I love to see it, man. The boxing game is changing up. It's hopefully going back to how it used to be. And here, it was respect. It's about out of the game. Who do you want to say that I'm the baddest man in the era or in my division or around here?
Hold on, man. For me, I think Tank is still, one of the best. But I know we got Shakur and Haney, and between those three, I don't even know who my number one would be, man.
Man, Canelo told Tank Davis, because Tank was like, "I'm the face of boxing." So Canelo said, "Look, I'm still fighting." He's like, "What do you mean you the face of boxing?" So I like the competition because that's what it was built upon back in the day, man.
Yeah.
It was competition, and the cats that were scared to lose and didn't want to fight the best. I got to protect my record.
Right.
I can't lose.
Right.
So I'll fight this guy instead of this guy because he might have a chance at making things a little tougher on me.
I know, man. I know. And it's gonna. I mean, who you think will win between? Well, I'm not gonna say that between Tank and Canelo, because if Canelo talking like that, man, y'all want to get in the ring and
Tank too small for Canelo.
Yeah.
And so, but you do have that mix of Devin Haney.
Mm-hmm.
You have Gervonta Tank Davis, and then you have my man Shakur Stevenson, all in a spectrum where they could fight each other.
Yeah. You're right. But I don't think Tank will fight any of them. What do you think?
Ooh, man. I think Tank feeling himself after that Ryan Garcia fight.
Oh, man, that's Ryan Garcia.
I definitely think that he will say, okay, I'm going to take on whoever comes right now and look at the money fights because he was with TMT, the money team. So now he probably thinks, okay, here, I am that cat. So he's going to say, okay, I'll take the fight. Just the money has to be right, and I have to be the guy.
So, well, we're going to see who that guy is, man. We're going to see who that guy is. So I think Tank can beat all of them. In my opinion, he's gonna be my number one. My number two would be Shakur, and my number three would be Haney. I said it.
Number one, then you got Shakur Stevenson, and then Devin Haney in that crew.
Yeah,
I think Shakur can beat all three of them. I mean, all of them can win.
Yeah, right.
I just think from watching, Shakur Stevenson, his style, how he breaks opponents down, and fights, and he's just slick, and he's a student of the game, man. I mean, so I think that his style could cause problems for either one of them. So
he has that range. He gets in the ring, and he's always about that long range. Like, I hit you, but you can't hit me. So. Like, that's a skill. That's a science, and he has it down to a science. He has it down to an art, man. And so he is a fighter.
He's been picking everybody apart. And then so we got Simon said, "What do you think about Haney and Lomachenko coming up this weekend?" I mean, that's gonna be a fight. I mean, Loma ain't no punk.
Lomachenko ain't no punk, baby.
Well, Haney on top of his game right now, and I think his speed and his boxing skill is going to cause an issue for Lomachenko if he stays in circles. the way he needs to circle, giving those angles and just boxes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he does. He doesn't go and try to knock nobody out, but that is where he is. So I think I give the edge to Devin Haney. I give the edge to Devin Haney over Lomachenko right now.
Ooh, I like Loma. We got everybody going here. What you guys think of Haney versus Loma next weekend? I think
you can't hit what you can't see, man. You just Devin's gonna be too quick and too fast for him.
Oh, I think Simone said, I think he might be too small. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna see.
Same thing they thought about Tank versus Garcia. And I'm not saying that Ryan Garcia is in the league of Lomachenko, but sometimes the more skilled fighter is gonna take it.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm definitely not taking anything away from Ryan Garcia, man. But I felt that Tank did expose him a little bit. It just made him seem like he was just a one-dimensional boxer, which I know he isn't. But still, he's been practicing a one punch for a very long time, and that's what he was looking for in terms of knockout. And so Tank already knew, how he was gonna to set him up in the fight. He also had his arm out, his jab arm out just to check the range, just to see where he was. And then every time he would throw a punch, he would duck underneath it and get ready. So he threw that punch 3 times. And the third time, Tank hit him and knocked him on the ground. But Ryan Garcia showed a lot of heart and got back up. But still, man, I don't see Garcia actually in the ring with these other fighters because he might get touched up in the same way. So, we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to figure this out.
Garcia need his time to recover, to go figure out what he's doing with his life. Everybody, you get the fighters that's talking about, this man quit in the ring. I think he got shot. I'm not saying that he quit. I'm not saying, but I am saying that he might not have won the fight no more.
Man, when we had Rashad Evans on, he was saying, man, when you get hit in the side, man, it just puts you on the knee and you just don't want to get up. He said, you don't even know if you got to take a shit or if you got to,
it hurts. But the reality of it is it hurts and it takes the wind out of you. But as you train for that, you know how to
breathe into it.
But it's funny because De La Hoya had that same thing against my name Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins hit him the same shot. And De La Hoya went down and didn't get back up. So, hey.
what was De La Hoya at the end of Ryan Garcia fight, man?
Keisha. was not happy. He's not happy about that. The situation was not what he wanted to be involved in. And so, hot mess, man.
Hey, man, what you think about this fight that's happening in Saudi Arabia? That might be happening between the heavyweight the heavyweights. It'll be a super night in December if Tyson Fury fights Usyk, and then the co-main event will be Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. I think Tyson Fury, if this fight goes down, he'll get $100 million. Usyk will get $50 million. Anthony Joshua would get $80 million. Deontay Wilder would get $50 million. Man, I think they need to go ahead and do this and retire after this, man.
Yeah, that sounds like the GDP of a bunch of third world countries. Like, I'm gonna buy me an island with that. I got that full big bag money. That Arab money is rolling. I love to see it. A big night of fighting, big night of boxing. Put the big boys out there, heavyweights. Wilder and Joshua. Ooh, Usyk, Fury. Ooh, that could be something cool to see there. I just need the Prince and over in Dubai. They say send me your first class ticket on Emirates and put me up in the palace and hook it up and give me a little bag too, because hey, everybody needs something, man.
No, right? Exactly, man.
We'll bring Ringside over to Dubai. We'll do it over there.
We will.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Exactly. We're over here at Ringside, live in Dubai, ready for the fight. Anthony Joshua. Deontay Wilder, who's gonna get it, man? I think that'll be a really good fight as well.
Make sure you check the link too. We might have a special guest basketball coming in.
We're looking
the link.
We're looking forward. We're looking forward to it, man. We're looking forward to it. This weekend we got Danny Garcia. He's jumping back into the ring, man, for the WWA middleweight title, August 5th at Barclays. In Brooklyn. What do you think about him? I think he's fighting Landy Lara.
Yeah, Landy Lara, man. Both of those fighters are, were at the top of their game for a minute. Though they're trying to get back into contention to where they need to be.
Yeah.
So it'll be an interesting fight. And Danny's, Swift Garcia and Lara. I mean, that's a good fight. It's a good fight. So you're not talking about the top tier, but you're talking about the cats who are right there, the number one, number two challengers. Those kind of cats that are veterans, and they like, okay, here, this is an eliminator.
Yeah.
So who goes ahead and gets this title?
Yeah, man. This is, they're older, but I think this gonna be a really good fight, man. I think this is gonna be a really good fight.
Nobody older no more. Exactly. The way I've been feeling getting up in the morning, I try to start working back out. I got my cucumber and lemon water. And trying to get my hydration on.
Yeah.
But it hurts.
Man, it definitely hurts, man. I had a virus the other day, man, and I was tore up from the floor up, man. And, I felt like when my wife came around, I had to be strong. I was like, be strong. And then I hit that toilet, and man, that stuff came up, and
yeah, we ain't got to hear all that.
I know, man, but still, my wife was saying to me, "Get up!" And then when she saw me like that, I was just like, "Baby, I'm messed up." She said, she was telling me, she's like, "All right, I'm gonna have a little sympathy for you." So, it's just like, man.
Hey, has Jared Bennett been looking at our list of what we doing, man?
I don't know why.
He's calling for an NFL schedule. Like, we got to get the people what they want. We know what's going on, man.
I know we know what's going on, man.
Ringside team, man. We rocking and rolling. So we know what people want. We know what y'all want. We gonna give it to you. We got it rolling.
We got you. But speaking of the NFL that's coming up, I think Jared's been looking at our notes for today, man. So today, you got the full 2023 NFL regular season schedule will be released today. So hopefully I'll get my email from the Baltimore Ravens letting me know when we can come to the game this year. So I'm looking forward to that. But they said the schedule is released. They got who do they have? So Amazon is releasing the schedule today at 8 p.m. But we got the inside scoop. Got the inside scoop on what's happening. Man, what happened to what's it call it? Let me see. Oh, they didn't mess me up. So I actually had the international the international schedule and what's going to happen this year. So let me see if I can pull it back up, because for some reason it didn't pull up on my screen. So, but what did they say? What did the NFL say? NFL said that.
I got international schedule. You got the Falcons versus Jaguars in London.
There we go.
You got Jaguars, Bills, and Tottenham over in the UK.
UK, man. Hey, mates.
Ravens and Titans in the UK.
You got week 6.
And Chiefs week 9 in Frankfurt, Germany. And then you have the Colts and Patriots in Germany. So football is real international with it right now.
I see, man. What's happening, man? What is going on? I guess they're promoting, making sure that they can reach the world globally, make football a global sport. It's funny because when you go to other countries, people will look at football, American football, as like a very barbaric sport. And a lot of people don't like to participate in it. But now they're starting to find some type of attraction in it, and they want to be a part of it. So I want to see how this is going to pan out. But obviously the NFL has really been pushing this, so we'll see how this year goes with all of these players playing in London. So they get a chance to see Lamar Jackson over there, and who was other people? Yeah, that's it. Just Lamar Jackson.
You got the Falcons who got a high-powered offense with like 97 running backs in the backfield. Yeah. You know, Bijan Robinson, who they drafted, but they already had, you know, 2 dynamic running backs, and so they have you know, the Miami Dolphins to see what's happening with them. What's popping with the Dolphins?
Hey, is your boy gonna play this year? Quarterback.
Oh, from the Dolphins?
Yeah.
Tua Tagovailoa?
Yeah, Tua.
Tua is it? Yeah, he's playing, man. He's playing. He don't have the Anthony Davis concussion kind of thing.
Man, come on, man. I'm gonna get to Anthony Davis just a little bit, man. Undo my man.
My man GL get on. When he get on, we gonna talk about that.
Don't do my man like that, man. But it's okay. It's okay. So,
second. We gonna have to move on to basketball,
right? Look, Amazon said the NFL will also announce all the international games today. The first ever Black Friday game. I don't know what that means. I guess Black Friday is sometime after November, and select the individual games on Wednesday.
Black Friday game. It's a half off.
Yeah, I guess so, man.
Yeah, boy, they try to hustle with everything.
But they said select the individuals games on Wednesday, so they'll be having some NFL games on Wednesday. So man, they're basically trying to monopolize the whole week in terms of football. So they're gonna have some Monday night games, some Wednesday night games, a Black Friday game, and the Sunday game. So they got a lot of things that's happening right now. They're looking to unravel a lot of stuff in the NFL. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen this year.
Man, how you feel about the fact that they're putting all these games on different days? You know, Cats already hated the Thursday game for the short week,
right?
To get together and get the kind of rest and stuff that they need.
Yeah.
But you know, now they talk about Wednesday games, Black Friday games, Thursday games. Taco Tuesday game. They trying to have everything on here, man.
Right? Yeah, man, for me, I think it's a little too much because it's a brutal sport. It's a brutal sport, but at the same time, you still have a lot of players that want to get into the game and play and prove themselves. So they're gonna have to figure out how they can open up some more roster spots, because a lot of these players are going to get injured quicker because of all of this banging and not enough rest time. So if for me, how do I feel about it? I don't think it should. I don't think that they should add this many days of the week to play football. But I understand for those football fanatics that's listening that you know that people want to see their football. It seems like they have withdrawals whenever football season is not in. And I get it, but man, you got to understand these players are human beings, you know, and so they need to rest. But seeing football Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, like you won't really have any time to do work anymore because you'll be distracted by watching all the football games. I'm just saying, man. That's it. That's my take on it, man.
Like like March Madness all year.
All year, right? Look, a game every night would be nice. What? I'm with Simone. I don't know if it's sustainable, man. That's a lot of wear and tear on the body. And again, you're gonna have to bring in more players in order to replace the injured players. And so that's the thing about it. That's why I don't think it's really that good. Especially think about it. So you have teams traveling to the UK, London, different places, and they're going to be playing a game in a different time zone, and then they're going to come back and play in the US. Like, mates, that's bloody mad. Like, you can't be doing anything like that because people need their rest. And
you got the USFL and you have the XFL that are doing their thing
right
too. So there's going to be a ton of players that are coming from there that are looking for an opportunity to go to the big leagues.
Yeah.
So maybe they saying, okay, here, we're going to stop paying y'all all these big money salary contracts that are guaranteed, and we just going to have us a rotation of people that can come in and do some things.
But if you do that, how do you develop your superstar? Or does a superstar get developed in college because of this NIL deal, and all of these players are creating a name for themselves in college, and then as they go to NFL, they ride their name and their publicity. Like,
I think the league wants to get away from having so many superstars, and the fact that Deshaun Watson got that fully guaranteed contract, the owners are colluding against everybody else to say no, we don't want to do that. That was part of the reason why Lamar Jackson had to fight and work. Like, no, ain't nobody else getting none of this Deshaun Jackson. Cleveland, you messed up. You fully guaranteed. You messing up the big bag. That's a Tom Brady. That's the once in a generation type of contract player you're supposed to do. So,
but I don't get it. I don't get it though, man. I mean, that was your fault that you made a mistake. That wasn't mine. Look, and somebody in your organization or your team or your fraternity, they made a mistake. That has nothing to do with me. I want to be paid more. Like, I want my guaranteed contract. That's what I'm telling somebody. Like, give me my money. I don't care.
I mean, you can't be like, hey, my girlfriend, my first fiance, I gave her a $20,000 ring, and then from you my new girl, my new fiance, I'm gonna give you like a $7 ring. Because I don't want that type of situation to happen again. That type of commitment, I can't be involved in that. So you got to lower your standards for what you get because of what I gave her.
Right. Look, well, we're gonna see, man. The rules are always changing for everybody, so everybody has to figure out how they can adjust to these new rules. But speaking of rules, man, the Eagles, they drafted a player, Jalen Carter, and he's facing a $40 million lawsuit in the death of the former teammate, Devin Willock. You remember the lineman from Georgia that passed in the car crash?
Mm-hmm.
And he was on the passenger side. Well, Jalen Carter faces the lawsuit, on the car crash. His father, Dave Willock Sr., the Willock's father, he seeks $40 million in the case that was filed Tuesday. The school's athletic association, and he said for his son's wrongful death, the negligence hiring, and the negligence. And so Carter pleaded no contest to 2 misdemeanor charges of racing and reckless driving and was sentenced to 12 months probation, fined $1,000, and required to complete 80 hours in community service. He also must complete a state-approved driving course. So the lawsuit seeks $30 million from the defendants in compensatory damages and an additional $10 million in punitive damages from Carter. Man, I don't even know what to say about this. Like, it's a sad situation, but I don't even know what to say, man. I feel speechless in terms of just saying anything about this, man. Ugh.
First of all,
yeah,
I think the Eagles cheated in the draft.
Mm.
How you gonna get to the championship or where they got to, and then some top first round picks too. So I don't know. Jalen Carter was one of the best players in the draft before the situation.
Yes.
Unfortunate situation. No, it's a teammate, a friend of his. He passed away. So I know the kid is hurting and making young, stupid decisions. I don't know the extent of everything. So they're suing the athletic association. They're suing the school. They're suing a bunch of different folks. So I know the family is hurting. They want some recognition, some compensation for it. But yeah, man, I know that there's a lot of tragedy and trauma. That's what I did my Wisdom Wednesday yesterday about making emotional decisions.
Yeah.
Without having to take that time to think about it.
Right.
You talk about, we got the Jalen Carter situation. You got Henry Ruggs, who was on top of the world and then ended up being sentenced to 3 to 10 years. So, man, you got to look at it about how you make your decisions.
Man, that's a crazy one right there. Henry Ruggs III, sentenced to 3 to 10 years. He actually killed someone, in a car crash. And now he's going to be behind bars for 3 to 10 years. after he accepted a plea deal. So
not much we could do, man. I think my man is in the lobby, Prince.
Who's that?
Our special guest
in the lobby. Well, tell him to come on in.
No, you gotta let him in, I think.
Oh no, I don't see him in just yet. If he is, let our special guest come through. If he got the link,
I'm not seeing it right now. So, hold on. Let me see if we're on the right link.
Yep, I'm with you on that one, Keith. Like you sue everybody, including the automaker of the vehicle, and see what sticks. Like Henry Ruggs is getting off lightly. He definitely is getting off lightly. Not to say that I mean he should not, but this goes to let you know that money is the thing that allows for you to get off to buy you a less sentence. So yeah, so that is the name of the judicial system. If you have money, you can get off. You can take a lighter sentence and pay people. So, but I just don't, I have not too many comments on that, man. It's a sad situation, man. We got another sad situation. I don't know if you guys remember the Bills punter, Matt Ariza, who was from San Diego State University. And, he got, he got into the R word, the rape allegations against him. That he was at a party and there was a gang, sodomy happening to a 17-year-old girl. And so once they find out, he was with the Buffalo Bills and they cut him. So now the court case, they have been saying that the prosecutor in San Diego have now detailed their doubts about their allegations and why Ariza and others won't be charged in this situation. And the sexual assault allegations against the former Bills punter, Matt Ariza, appear to have been completely made up based on the San Diego police investigation written about. Man, that's really sad when it comes to something like that. The punter had his career ruined on a false allegation. Man, that is so true, Keith. He had his whole career ruined on something like that. He had the top of the world, and then the rug was snatched from underneath him, and it was all because of it wasn't the girl. And I'm not going to speak too much on the situation because I don't know much, but I'm not going to say it wasn't the girl that actually came out with the allegations. It was her father that forced her to come out with those allegations because of her conduct and her actions. And I think the father was in shock that his daughter was doing something like that. So he forced her to say that this happened and this happened when it really didn't happen. And that goes to show you that parenting 101 needed to be revisited. And he needed to let his ego go. But his daughter was who she was, and that's how she was raised. But yes, man, it's sad to know not just him, but also the other players that were involved as well that actually left college early to go and stay with their parents. Man, so think about it. You're at the top of the world, and then all of a sudden, now you got to go stay with your parents because you got this case against you, and it's not even a real case, and it was been out in the news, and people don't forgive. And so. That's the sad part about it. What's up, Jay Cooley? What's good, baby? And yeah, they for no reason at all, they definitely ruined that man's career. So I want to ask the audience: do y'all think that he should get an opportunity to go back into the NFL and play in the NFL? In my guess, I don't think the NFL will allow for him to come back. I don't know. The NFL has this weird way of dealing with things. And I don't think they want to be associated with that, even if his name is erased and he was exonerated. I still don't think they'll give him a second chance.
It's too close, man.
It's too close.
Too close. The All-Star that they've been fighting for.
Yeah, exactly. And so hopefully someone will give him a shot. I don't think nobody's gonna give him a shot, man. To be completely honest, Keith. And I know everybody said he absolutely deserves a second chance, but I just think this is the way that they think. If something like this happens again, then the NFL will be proven wrong and giving someone else a second chance. And so they don't want to take that chance on it actually happening if something like that did happen. And so that's the reason why I don't think he'll get a second chance in the league. I mean, maybe he can go play for the XFL or somewhere else, but I don't think his chances of making it to the NFL are high. Just have to say that. What are your thoughts, Ray?
Man, yeah. I don't think that's that's the vibe. So I mean, I think that's going to be a move that's going to cause some issues. I think the league will rather move away from it than to hop in and try to give somebody an opportunity to redeem themselves, man. But probably like me and AD. With NBA, yeah, me and Anthony Davis. Me and Anthony Davis, man. I had an issue with him about him being soft, man.
Man, come on, man. I think AD. Look,
it's hot in the NBA. Can we go to the NBA and talk about the NBA? It's hot in there right now.
Look, man. The NBA is hot. I'll just say this, man. The NBA is hot. Lakers is looking good. I hope they can close it out tomorrow night with the Golden State Warriors because they did get they rump smacked the other night. Pause. And AD did get hit in the face, but that doesn't mean that he's tissue paper, man. I think AD gonna come back. He's gonna do his thing, and we're gonna go from there, man. So the Lakers in Game 6, they had to close out in Game 6. If they don't, man, Golden State gonna win it in Game 7. That's all I gotta say. So, but that, huh?
You think so? You think so?
I think so. Look, Charles Barkley said it the best. He said, "Man, when you give that, when a team wins games, if you're in the league and you allow another team to win Game 6, then they're gonna have the momentum to take it into Game 7 because they're gonna end up going back to their home court. And you cannot beat Golden State in San Francisco, man. Like Draymond gonna be Draymond. Steph gonna shoot them threes from half court. Jordan Poole gonna do what he do, and Wiggins, he gonna tear it up. So,
you see George in the studio yet?
I see who? Georgia?
George. He said he's in the studio. I don't know whether I gave him the wrong link or whatever.
Man, maybe we gave him the wrong link, but man, where he at? Let me see. We gotta give him the right link. That man got rolled out the stadium in the stroller. Who did, man? AD. You let Draymond score 20 points, you lose every time. Yeah, no, you're right about that, man. We gotta get. Let me see if I can get this link to you, Ray, because I don't know, man. Man, we gotta get this. We gotta get George on here. Let me see. Copy that link. Boom, boom, and there we go. That's one link. And let me get the other one. Ray.
Yep.
All right. There you go. The same link. All right. So hopefully it'll pop in. But man, I think AD will be okay. Lakers will win tomorrow. That's what I'm talking about, Jay Cooley. You already know, man. Look, man, ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Man, Miami and the New York Knicks, man, that game right there is looking really good. The New York Knicks came out. They balled yesterday. They did a good job. Jalen Brunson, man, I mean, he out there playing the whole game. No breaks. Only time he got a break when he was when they called a timeout. Other than that, man, he was in there balling the whole game. So if Miami don't close it out in Game 6, I think they can still win, but it's going to be a difficult win. So hopefully they can close it out. If not, the Knicks come back and they do their thing, man.
When you got an opportunity to step on somebody's neck and put them away, you got to put them away. The Knicks didn't have, this chance for a long, long time, man. They staved off the elimination, and now they back. They have a chance.
Yeah.
So same thing. I think you might be right too. If you don't put somebody away when you go home to your space and you have a lead, then you in trouble.
Man, you're in real big trouble.
You can't win Game 7 on the other team's
no
turf. The Knicks will have home court advantage in Madison Square Garden.
That's it, man. The crowd gets involved. You got John Starks there, man, looking like he's young.
Lakers are with a closeout game at what Crypto Arena, what they call it?
Crypto Arena, yep.
So there's the opportunity there, and so the streak for LeBron, he's never lost a series when he's up 2-0. 31-0. His record almost better than Floyd Mayweather. Well, when he has a 2-0 lead, that tell you how long that man been playing.
Look,
other side, Steve Kerr? He hasn't lost a series in with Golden State playoff series. So.
Right. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I think if the Lakers can close it out tomorrow, then they'll advance on to play Denver. Between Denver and the Suns, I think Denver might close it out tonight because the Suns do not have DeAndre. How you say his last name? Huh?
Big DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, the big DeAndre Ayton. He ruled out for tonight with a rib contusion. So he's not gonna play. He's not gonna play this on this one, man. So we got to figure out what's gonna happen, man. So they out CP3 and they out Ayton. So what's gonna happen, man? Is Denver gonna close it out, or can KD and Booker will the Suns back?
Man,
you think it's over?
I think it's over. I think never KD, but he hasn't been playing like the regular KD. They need Booker to have this monumental game, an opportunity for them to even be in this situation. But I don't see it, man. I don't see it. I think closeout games. I think we're gonna have maybe one, maybe 2 Game 7s coming up. I think the rest of them gonna be closeouts. Closeouts tonight and tomorrow.
Ooh, you think everybody? Oh, you for real? I think the Celtics are going to push it to Game 7. I do. I think Denver is going to close it out. I think Miami going to close it out as well. They're some scrappy players. The Lakers, I hope that they close it out. That's all I'm going to say. I hope that they close it out.
So is AD playing or no? Do you think they can close it out without AD?
No, I don't think they can close it out with AD, but he's going to play. And so if AD play, they're gonna close it out, man. Because it's every other game. When AD has a good game, so every other game. So he's about to have another game. So it's time for him to have a every other good game. So let's go, baby, because ain't no stopping us now. It's over, like James Cooley said. We on the move. Look, so we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. AD is playing tonight. Oh, well, tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow night. They play on the 12th.
Yeah, I think AD gonna play tonight.
Yeah.
the rest of the ladies gonna play tomorrow.
No, but it's tomorrow, man.
He said they rolled that man out in the stroller. So when you saw Shaq and Charles Barkley laughing at that dude, man, and Kenny, they couldn't keep it together last night. That was a hot mess to see that, man, because they said it's part of the protocol, so he had to shit in the baby stroller and get put into But he was having a pretty decent game. He was actually scoring early on. So I just think somebody need to wrap him in some bubble tape and out there and let that man, be safe in what he's doing.
Look, don't do my man like that, man. Don't do my man like that. AD, man. He did to the heart, man. I think the Lakers are gonna close it out, man. So speaking of closing it out, man, we're gonna go ahead and close it out. Before we close it out, we're gonna have to bring on our guest on here. If you don't know, now you know. We're gonna have to bring in the infamous, the greatest, Mr. George Lynch in the house, baby. What's going on? How y'all doing, fellas?
Hey, Lynch, welcome. The legend, Mr. George Lynch, the Laker, the Hornets, Sixers, the man,
I'm representing the playoffs with 2 teams, man.
hey, so you heard my conversation, man. I was talking about the Lakers and AD, and I think he's soft. I don't think he's performed to where he need to be. I keep saying that all the time. What do you think the Lakers have to do to pull this off and not go into a Game 7?
I think their bench have to continue to play well. Walker, Reeves, guys have to contribute. Russell have to continue to put the pressure on the Golden State Warriors. I think the Warriors are older team now, with Steph, playing a lot of games, Klay Thompson, Draymond. You have to continue to put the pressure on them by, when given an opportunity to run and attack, put as much pressure on them as possible.
Right. So back when you were playing, what would you do with AD? Would you keep pushing him out of the paint and let him just shoot threes and stuff like that?
If I was playing against AD, I would constantly bang on him, get into his legs. A lot of guys, when I came through the league in the 90s, I had older vets like Sadell Three, Sam Boyd, James Edwards, James Worthy, Irvin Magic Johnson. They took all the tricks, in close combat when the officials wasn't watching. And I would use those against him because he's a finesse type player. He's not a Shaquille O'Neal type player who wants to contact and being physical.
Right.
So the more Draymond can push him off the block and touch him as much as possible, I think it plays to Draymond's advantage.
Yeah, I agree.
And Draymond has said he's the best defensive player of all time. And I don't know how he came out of his mouth with that, but he's plays well on defense. He's been doing his thing. It's okay to say that, but he does what he does. I think Draymond could have translated back into the 90s. The way he plays, he's a little physical.
Yeah. He reminds me a lot of mix between Dennis Rodman and Charles Oakley.
I was about to say the same thing, man. He gets in the player's head and he yell at them, he scream at them. That's that last era of the bully.
You can't trash talk, man. When we came through, you could trash talk and it's just noise. Now these kids get all sensitive and get into their feelings when you trash talking.
Exactly, man.
Yeah. I think Jordan Poole just definitely think Draymond might be a reincarnation of Charles Oakley. After what happened at the beginning of the year. I digress. I don't want to put that out there like that, man.
Yeah, man, but I will say this. I think Jordan Poole, he needed that hard teaching from Draymond, that knockout punch. I mean, because I feel like he's a young cat. He's feeling himself. He got that $100 million contract, and he'll take a shot from anywhere on the court, think he's Steph Curry, and that's not the deal, man. So
he's got to play his role. I think last game Kerr did a better job of playing him without Steph and Klay on the floor,
right?
Which allowed him to be a little bit more aggressive offensively. I think when he's on the floor with Steph and Klay, he has to be selective in his shots. He can't play like he played during the regular season. And in watching the playoffs, a lot of the guys who had success during the regular season that are struggling in the playoffs, it's two different type of games.
Mm-hmm.
The playoff atmosphere, every possession counts. You can't take a bad shot. You can't turn it over. Miami has done a great job versus the Knicks playing playoff basketball, but they played that all year. The way they played, we're going to get a great shot. We're going to put the pressure on you when you turn it over. So I understand and see why Miami is having the success against the Knicks because certain guys can't change their game from the regular season to a playoff type basketball game.
I think your other team. I think the Sixers have the Celtics on the ropes.
Yeah.
Big Joel Embiid doing his thing, and even your man Harden has been spotty, but he had some big games when Joel was out. He had a big game, a 45-point game.
Yeah.
So if they can shoot and do what they need to do, they're gonna be tough in the East. What do you think about the 76ers chances?
I think the 76ers has caught Boston in a situation where to me, it looks like the Celtics has lost the trust of the coach.
Ooh.
I hate to say it. They changed the way they played. They were more defensive minded. Now they're trying to be offensive minded. And to play against the Sixers, I think Doc, that first game when Harden was able to use pick and rolls and get everybody involved, it put the Celtics in a situation where, all five guys on the floor had to play defense. I think when Joel Embiid is on the floor, it's a little bit easier to guard because that there's going to be pick and roll. Embiid going to pop or roll to the rim. You can almost set your defense and be ready to rotate. I think with the way Maxey is playing, and Harden off the pick and rolls, the Celtics can't set their defense.
Yeah. Do you think tonight the Denver Nuggets are going to eclipse the Phoenix Suns?
I hope not, man. I'm a big fan of KD.
Me too.
Being from the DMV, we both played for the same high school coach, and I hope, appreciated his approach to the game.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they can extend it one more game, but we'll see.
Yeah. What do you think that Denver has that the Phoenix can't stop? Well, I know right now Phoenix is battling the injuries, but what do you think it is that Denver has that Phoenix can't?
They can't stop the Joker, man. He's man. It surprises me, man, because you hear people talking about Guyton not taking the challenge, and to me also, if a guy give me 50 points, man, the next game we're gonna battle.
Yeah.
It's that mentality that he's capable of hitting threes. He's capable of getting to the post. What are you going to take away from him? And he hadn't done a good job of taking anything from the Joker this far in the playoffs.
Yeah, the scariest team for me right now is Miami. I think they play well. They play sound. Jimmy Butler, and Bam Adebayo are just like on top of the game. They play consistent. So I want to hear your thought process from them being as bad as they were in the regular season to being where they are right now. You think it was just the right matchups, or you think they actually found something?
I think Miami has played playoff basketball all year. Regular season, the NBA is kind of up and down, fast paced, and Miami has not pushed it. They were probably in the middle of the NBA as far as scoring, fast break opportunities, which is kind of like a playoff type basketball. And going into the playoffs, they had to fight their way into the play-in game. So their mind was preparing to be successful in the playoffs. And they done things like, I'm going to stand here and take the charge. So, Giannis, if you're going to come down the lane out of control, I'm going to take the charge on you. Others stepped up taking charge. Jimmy Butler, so they are mentally built for the playoffs more so than the regular season. That's why I see that they're having the success that they have. Now, the next round, whoever they play, whether it's Philly or Boston, it's a little different matchup for them. But I think Butler has done a great job of, leading the team, setting the tone. Yeah. And Miami is, I just think New York, they're still young, not a lot of playoff experience, on their selection and following details. So, Miami is outplaying them and being outcoached.
Yeah, I agree as well. So we got a comment from the audience. They said, "Do you think Jokic he got snubbed for his MVP award this year?"
Not sure because I think the MVP got to play defense too. And
there we go.
and I think if Phoenix could get Andre back on the floor and put him in pick and rolls and dive hard to the rim, pressure on Jokic, they could turn that series around and maybe win the next 2 games.
I see that. Oh man,
here's my last question. I'm picking Philadelphia and the Lakers in the finals. What is your pick, George?
That would be nice. I don't know, man. If Anthony Davis can't stay healthy and stay on the floor, man, it'd be hard believing that they can beat Denver. If Denver come out of the Phoenix game, that they may match up better against Phoenix, the Lakers.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you got Lakers still haven't bought out Tristan Thompson.
Stop it, Ray! Stop it!
Man, they can work their magic. They do that. They pull out Tristan Thompson and the Kardashians. Man, they might cause an issue.
Got a few minutes. He got a few minutes late in the last 2 games.
Yeah. It must have been late because I barely saw him. Oh man, but my prediction, I think, is going to be. So I think the Lakers can beat Denver, but I think if Phoenix advances, I think Phoenix will beat the Lakers, and then it'll be Miami against Phoenix. Just because I just KD and LeBron battling it out, I think it's going to be a real good battle, and it's going to be Imano against Imano, and I think KD will take it home, but I think. If Denver wins, I think the Lakers may beat them. So that's my take on it, man. I just feel that
we have to get back on this podcast in the Western Conference Finals if that's possible.
Man, let's do it, man.
We can do it. Appreciate you, George. Thanks for jumping in last minute, man. We appreciate you and your insight.
Yeah.
Always
Anytime.
All right. George. Peace.
All right.
There we go. We got it for you, baby. Everybody, look, feeling good.
You got the real insight. And George was very political on that, on who he said was. I don't think he ever mentioned who he said going to be in the finals.
He didn't. He was
just... George does live broadcast for the New Orleans Hornets, not the Charlotte Hornets.
The Charlotte Hornets, yeah. He's like New Orleans Hornets and Pelicans. That's New Orleans Pelicans. But yes.
Yeah. They've been around with the Charlotte Hornets. He does the broadcast for them. So, so he knows how to dodge an answer.
Right, man. He said, "I'd love to be back for the Western Conference Championship."
Yeah, we gotta have to go for that, man.
Look, man. Look, everybody. We appreciate you all for joining us for Ringside this Thursday with Ray and Prince. Ray, you got some words of wisdom for the people before we head out?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow up on what I did for Wisdom Wednesday, man, and just say, don't just make emotional decisions. Use your mind, use your heart. Make decisions out of facts and information that you have, and historical preferences and historical references of things that you know. So don't just get there, because as we've seen with some of these folks that are in NFL. Political situations, like you make decisions out of, you think this is something that you want to do right now, and it's not the right thing. So take a deep breath, pause, meditate, like Prince says, and make that right decision when you can.
Man, that was beautiful, man. Thank you for that, because I was going to segue into, make sure that you practice your meditation. As I said before, I put a post up. And I said, that we all have light within us, and where there is light, there's awareness. And in that awareness, that's where you find God. That's where you make your connection with God. So we have an energy, INNER capital G. And so that is your inner God. And once you make that connection with your inner God, you find that light within, and you find God without and everywhere else in your life. So make sure that you practice your meditation, spend time with yourself, know yourself more than anything else, so that way you can be comfortable with yourself and be comfortable in any space that you walk into, and make sure that you light up the room with that light that you're allowing to shine. So that's it for me. We appreciate you all. Thank you for everything. Thank you for joining us, your support. Make sure that you tell other people to subscribe to Ringside with Ray and Prince. Click the link, go to YouTube or on Facebook, anywhere, wherever you can catch us, just catch us there. But make sure that you subscribe so you can get notification. Ringside with Ray and Prince every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Other than that, I'm done. Ray, you got anything else to say, man? Well, we out, y'all. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you later.
All right, right. All right. Peace.